Hello all, welcome to Memoirs of an Ugly Man. In this video, I'd like to title it Cursed with Women. Sometimes I think there's a feeling that are we cursed when it comes to women? I know I've certainly thought about that before, where you just feel like, almost like the mythological saying that the gods are against you when it comes to certain things. Certainly for the pursuit of women or the success with women, it definitely feels like that. Um, so I think I'm gonna start this from the beginning in my personal story. So I think from as far back as I can remember, when it came to when you were in education and when people were the different genders were playing games like run around the playground and things like that. I kind of found myself always to be excluded. I was not included in these things. So I kind of had an indication early on. Just simple things like just chasing each other around the playground. The different genders. Just something as simple as that. I definitely noticed that I was not being included, and so it kind of like I don't really think I thought that much into it, but I noticed that something was different for me than for the other guys. So anyway, so you go through time, and then I noticed that it was just becoming amplified. So when you get to like college, university, people having girlfriends, people are dating. I didn't have anything from anywhere, nothing. And it was like I was just. It was like something's not right here. It can't be right. Like I see all these people around me. I certainly had some friends who were just they were like at college, university. They were getting women like or girlfriends every other like season, you know. Um, so they had no problem if they want to go out on a date. They had no problem. But no matter what I tried, I just couldn't make anything happen. Not only that, but I was just it was just nothingness. It was just like I remember this one young woman that I was talking to for about a year. Every day for about well, not every day, but in class, like for a year, I would talk to her, sit next to her, have conversations with her. And I remember asking her out on dates like every other week. Would you want to do this, or would you want to go there, or would you like to go watch a movie? And I was rejected 100% of the time. Um, so this went on for a year, and it was always like she would always say something like, "Oh, yeah, I can't because I'm washing my hair that day," or something like this. And anyway, as soon as you know everything's finished, one of my friends managed to get her out on a date straight away. Nothing, no like I'm washing my hair tonight. None of that. It was just straight away. This guy who's a lot more gifted than me, for sure. He had no problem taking her out on a date. So things like this are noteworthy. I remember I was one of I think the worst insult I ever got from a group of girls, a group of young women at university, was it was I was just basically told, not told, but it was basically announced by these group of girls that I was ugly as fuck. I think what were the exact words? I think the exact words were there was a group of them and they shouted out. One of the lead bitches, she shouted out, "He is so ugly," and then everybody started laughing like dogs. So that was the worst insult I ever got. Maybe I'll have to make a video about that someday. But just things like that throughout my life. So I knew that something was rigged. Like something was clearly wrong because I wasn't getting women from anywhere, no matter how much I tried. So then what happens is, after this constant rejection, no matter how much you try, you cannot achieve anything. There's no success anywhere, right? And you've been trying for years, even then. So 18, 19, and throughout your 20s. I think I stopped really trying. I tried for about 18 to 25, kind of gave up after about 25 for a few years. But I think, with zero success, you certainly feel like, man, this really feels like this is a curse in a way. I've heard it said many times by many different people because there's a lot of guys that are in this situation. There's not just a handful. There's loads of us. So I've heard it said many times that are we cursed when it comes to time to things like this. But yeah, so and that has an impact on your confidence. I know people say you have to be confident. You've got to be confident, and they say it again and again, and you just got to believe in yourself and have confidence. There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself and having confidence. But if you've been rejected 1,000,000 times, that's going to have a bit of an impact. You're going to walk around a bit differently, rather than the guy who's 6'7", who's handsome as a Greek god. Your experiences and their experiences are going to be so radically different. Of course, they're going to be confident because they don't even have to try, because their game is permanently on easy mode, super hyper easy mode, whereas your game is stuck on extreme difficulty. So in fact, imagine a scenario where you're playing a game where for you the game is on a super hyper extreme easy mode. Of course you're going to be confident because you know that whatever you do, you're going to breeze through that game. But if you're playing a game that it's on extreme difficulty, then you're not going to be confident. You're going to be like, right, I really have to think about this very hard. I've got to really calculate everything. You have to fly to where the other guy has to just walk to. I've said that before in a past video. Chris Rock made a joke about that a while ago, a long time ago. It was a great joke. I think he said that, some people have to walk where other people have to fly to, or something like that. Anyway, so you go through the motions, and it's definitely certainly through like dating apps and websites, dating websites, but even cold approaching. Like after a while, with the amount of rejection I've had, and it's got to be 10,000 plus rejections at this stage, easily, no doubt. You definitely start feeling like you're cursed, because other people, they're getting girlfriends like. And you're thinking, what the hell? How the hell have you managed to get a date or have a relationship? It's like, how is it even? How are you doing that? But because they don't have any better personality than you. They're not as interesting as you. You're equal when it comes to like personality and all that. But for some reason, they're succeeding where you can't even hope to. At this stage, it's almost like I've got more belief in winning the lottery at this stage than getting into a relationship or getting a good relationship. It's like I believe there's more chance of winning the lottery. Maybe not the big ones, but certainly like the scratch cards, like winning 100,000 here or something like that. But yeah, so. When especially going out, like I remember going out to like there was a period in my early 30s where I was like, let me try something different. Like I've tried, making friends with women in like college and university. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. I've tried dating apps, and dating websites. I mean, that's just I've said this many times before. A lot of people have observed this, but if you're like the lower 50% of like men in terms of attractiveness, it's over for you. It's done for. If you succeed, I will be so surprised. I mean, the chances of success there are absolute minuscule. I'm not saying that you might get an extreme amount of luck one day. That could happen potentially, but for the most part, you're doomed. and I've said that before, and I believe it. So yeah, so dating apps and dating websites are rigged. You're cursed there. It feels like. I thought maybe you really are cursed, because if you're ugly, right, and you're trying these things, by definition, you're massively disadvantaged, because it's for attractive people, especially men. I mean, for women. If women are not so good looking and they're like overweight, let themselves go, I bet they'd still get a bunch of dates. It's not the the world of men and women are very different worlds, very different worlds. Um, so yeah, so back to when I was in my early 30s. In my early 30s, I thought, let me go out, let me practice game, as I keep hearing. So I went out, I made a few friends, and every weekend I went out. I did this for about a year, about a year. I went out, I try and meet people, I try and talk to women. What happened, right? I'll tell you what happened. When I went out there, I'd have a few drinks, I made friends, I did make friends, but I'd go out there and I tried this tactic that I heard from this person, this like pickup artist on YouTube or whatever. I tried this thing, I tried that thing. You have to tease women, you have to like be playful. So I tried that. What did I get? I got cold-faced, resting bitch face. Why are you talking to me? Don't you realise how ugly you are? That's the kind of energy I had, right? So already right there, if someone is attractive and tall, and talking to a woman, I could be saying the exact same joke as they are. But one person would get warm, welcome energy. The other person would be like, get away from me, you creep energy. And that's one thing that tall, handsome men don't understand. They can't relate to it. They've never experienced it. Really, they might have a few times, but not many. So they just can't. They just don't understand the scale of what you're facing. So yeah, I tried all types of different things. I went up to groups of women. I thought, let me practice game. Let me show extreme confidence. And I went up to groups of women. Every single one of them. It's like stone cold, Stonewall Jackson type of look. It's like you just get shut down. No success. If you try buying women drinks, what's going to happen? They're going to take your drinks. Thank you very much. And adios. That's it. They've had a free drink, and the rest is history. And oh, by the way, you're so insignificant, you might as well not exist. You're only there to pay for their free drinks. So that's what happens. You get used when you're like, not an attractive guy. You have to. I mean, I tried for a year. Nothing happened. So I tried to, portray great personality, charm, try to be funny, interesting. Nothing happened. Didn't get me anywhere. I didn't even get a kiss. Not even a kiss. Not even a phone number. I got zero. Got nothing. And where there's other guys that go out and, it's like wow, the stories are unbelievable. I've got a few really tall, handsome guys at work who tell me about their experiences, and they're just it's unreal when they could be anywhere and they've already got a woman's number, because it's like the women are desperate to give them their numbers. When someone's attractive, the energy they're portraying is like, oh, please take my number, but they won't say that, but it's almost like they can't wait to give their number up. But if it's you, you just better stay away from them. It's the kind of the energy you get. So in that aspect, in that respect, it certainly feels like you are cursed. So yeah, so nothing happened in my early 30s. I kind of gave up after a year or two, and but I didn't stop trying though, and I still haven't stopped trying, even though at this stage, as I mentioned before, I'm looking at 10,000 rejections at this stage. So things ain't getting any easier, and then the age pill, is here to collect, and is growing more powerful for every year that passes. So, I think it's a dream for men, for many men, to have, families of their own, a nice, loving relationship. This is a dream for a man. So, I think the will, the desire is still there, but you know in reality the chances are so slim. You've got to make miracles happen, and you try different things, and whatever you try doesn't really seem to. I mean, I've doesn't seem to gain any kind of success or traction. In my life, I've tried several times. I've come close, maybe once and maybe twice. And that was me giving it everything I had. You know, I gave everything I had. You know, I gave it 100% of my energy, 100% of my effort. I gave it the best of my ability with the knowledge I had at the time. Did it succeed? No, it didn't. So, you know, it's like, God damn, you know, and it's like, you get to a stage where you're like, how is it even possible? How is it even possible that I am at this stage where I am middle-aged and I have never had a girlfriend? It's never happened. I have never, ever had a relationship. Like, how is that even possible? How can that be real? You know, but it is. It is true and it is real. You know, I'm like, it's not like I'm lacking with the ambition for, you know, a career. I have a decent career. I work hard. Quite sensible when it comes to, you know, economics. I'd like to think that I'm moderately intelligent. I have personality. I have many things that I'm interested in, and I feel that I can give someone a great, interesting conversation. But I'm never allowed to get to that stage. I mean, it does happen occasionally, but when I say occasionally, I mean once every couple of years. I never get to the stage where people won't even reply to me, on the most part. So how then, if I'm on, you know, whatever dating apps, well, like, they're useless, but whatever website I'm on, or however I'm trying to, if I can't even get a lady to even come out with me, then if I can't even get her number or her to reply to me, how am I supposed to progress anything? You know. There are occasional women that do like interact with you, but they're very far and few in between. But it never goes to that stage of relationship. You know, it never gets there. You know, and that all fizzles out after a while. It's more like you get welcomed into the friend zone. You're interesting enough to get welcomed into the friend zone if you're lucky enough. That is, because even that is rare. But then it never really goes further than that. So. Yeah, so this is, I think, Memoirs of an Ugly Man, and this episode on Cursed with Women, for sure it feels like that, quite a lot actually, and it's just like after a certain amount of years, you know, you've tried this, you've tried that, you switched it up, tried different tactics, and it's like, okay, so I'm trying this, I'm trying that, same result. The same old result. So what can you do now? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I've tried so many things, and you know, I've become like friends with a few women, but it never, like I said, it never goes to that stage of relationship. So yeah, you know, you sit back, you know, you look at the stars, take a deep breath, and you think, man. Yeah, maybe this curse thing is a real thing. You know, maybe some people are cursed when it comes to like relationships, because I know that there's a lot of people out there, men. There's a lot of men out there, and even more. I was checking some statistics and data. It's even worse than when I was younger. Like because of the whole dating app culture now, something like the bottom 50% of men are just completely shut out. So there's guys out there that, you know, they won't be able to have any kind of relationship with a woman for years, and that's a real thing. Anyway, I think I better wrap this video up. So yeah, this is Memoirs of an Ugly Man. I will catch you all the next time. Take care.